Hi there. Hello there. I got a strange setup, so I'm doing the best that I can here. So I wanted to share with you, you see I got my Nama J2 juicer. I'm loving this. I'm loving this. I'm going to do some juicing just to show you how we can start off for the raw vegan challenge. Those of you who are going to join, it's not going to be until the end of April. So let me grab my stuff here. So I have, let me show you what I'm going to add in a little bit of, I got some baby spinach. But this right here is this is some fresh fennel. I'm gonna throw that in there. I have 3 pears. I peeled them because they're not organic. 1 cucumber, and I have 2 curly spinach leaves right here that I've already cut up, and I'm also going to add in some baby spinach. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started, and let me see if I can arrange this so that you can see it a little bit better. You see my basket of bananas. I have fruit baskets all over the place, but let's see. That's a little bit better. But what I'm gonna have to do is take this down because now this is in the way. Let's move this over here for now. And I got it. Okay, that's a little better. Let's do it like that. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and load her up. I want to put my most hydrating fruit at the bottom, so that way maybe nothing will get stuck. I should have cut that more, but I broke it, so that's okay. But what I like to do is mix it in a little bit, because these grains, they tend to get stuck. Don't want anything getting stuck right now. I don't have time for it. Now, what I like about this juicer, and I've only had it for about a week. I was using a different juicer. I won't name it. I liked it. I thought it was good, but honestly, it just took so much of my time that I was like, okay, I need a new juicer. Let's throw a couple of cucumber pieces in there. All right, so here we go. This one right here, this is a breeze, okay? I don't have to do nothing but sit here and watch it do what it do, right? That's all I have to do. Now, of course, if you want to load more, you can always load more, which I am going to do as it's making its juice for me. I'm going to load more in. Let's see if I can fit a cucumber in there. Nope. When I open this top up, it automatically stops for me. So I am going to put more in. After I get it all in, I'll bring you a little bit closer so that you can see it. I'm sure I can squeeze the spinach in. Oh, we're full here. let this juice out. I wanted you to see that, but oh well. I'll let you see the next one. I'll let you see the next one. But it's looking good so far. I see that in some cases you have to kind of scrape the sides and everything down. But I still like it. Okay, so let's bring you a little closer. I got this thing rigged up in a certain way, so I tried to find the best setup possible this morning, and it is not easy to set things up in my house. It's just not. You know what? I'm gonna put some heat in there. This is a jalapeno that I had last night, so I'm just gonna pop that in there for a little heat. Ain't nothing wrong with heat. Heat is good. Go ahead and roll that on up in there. And I love this pulp. You see how dry it is? I don't have to reintroduce it to the juicer because it's got all of the juice out of it. This pulp. Now, some people, what they'll do is make crackers out of it. And I might try to, honestly, I may do something like that. I have never taken a pulp and made crackers. I've never done that. But if I wanted to, what I would do is put this in my food processor, add some sunflower seeds or, some spices, sunflower seeds, maybe some red pepper flakes, maybe some garlic or some onion or something like that. I will add that in and it will turn into a cracker. So maybe actually, I am going to do that. I'm going to bring my food processor over. We're going to make this a full video because I want you guys to really see what can happen when you're doing it raw. Okay. So we actually will do that. So looks like we are finished here. Turn this off. And this, what I want to do now, I do have a lot of, I don't have too much pulp, but that foam, that's some of the leftover pulp from juicing. Some people like to strain it, like if I were doing a juice cleanse, I would go ahead and strain it. I don't have any ice either. That's another thing people normally would do, is they will put, let me rinse my hands off. They will put some cubes of ice in. I don't have any ice. But I am going to do a squeeze of lemon because I love my lemon. And one of the things that can happen is, and I'll show you real quick, if you wanted to drain off the pulp, this is how I usually do it. I just put this, right here, and I'll just pour it right in the middle. it's really better to do it with a bowl, but unfortunately I don't have a bowl right now. Well, yes I do. Let me do it like that. Let me show you the right way. I'm trying to take shortcuts. Okay, so here we go. Let's do it the right way. Move that out the way. I have my bowl right here. Let's do it in the bowl. And then you just get the extra pulp out and just makes the juice cleaner. Now, if you want it to stay in, you can keep it in. Some people don't mind it. Some people don't mind it. I personally don't mind it, but I'm doing it for the sake of this video. Next time, I'll show you how to do a juice in the blender. It's going to take a little more time and effort, but if you don't, you know, for those of you who may not have a juicer, you can still make a juice from the blender, okay? We'll do that one tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. I'm trying, you know, I don't have anybody to help me with these videos. I want to do better. I really do. I really want to do better. And it's so hard because I get discouraged a little bit because I feel like I don't have enough room in my house, and I have to be really creative with how I set things up. Okay, so this is my juice, so I'm just gonna go in like this because I failed to grab a spoon. Okay, so this is pretty much all pulp at this point in this thing. I'm gonna put that over there. And this is my juice. Looks like I have enough room. I'm gonna put it back in here so I can add it to my jar. And this is a perfect 32 ounces just about. That's awesome, good. So what I want to do is from here, what I'm going to do is grab a lemon. Grab me a lemon, or maybe I should do, you know what, I'm going to do a couple of limes because they look like they're trying to go bad. So I'm going to go ahead and use these 2 limes that I have. Squeeze them in. And then I'm going to enjoy. This is the start of my day. This is how I like to start it. I usually do water too, but I haven't even had any water yet. I just wanted to get to this video. I don't know. Okay, so I got a half of a lime in here, and I'm just going to squeeze this in. I'm doing 2 limes. So the good thing is with limes or lemons, what it does, it cuts the bitter taste of the greens if you don't like bitter. I don't mind bitter, but I usually still put a lime squeeze or a lemon squeeze in because it also helps with fat loss. And it helps with the digestion. Alrighty. Let's taste our juice. Give that a little stir. It's probably going to be spicy. I know it's going to be spicy. It's not no probably. It's going to be spicy. This is really good. This is really, actually, it's a little sweet. I probably could have just added in 2 pears, but this is really good. And the jalapeno that I added in after I can barely taste that heat. It's good. I'm thirsty. So, isn't that beautiful? Look at that. All of these greens. And yes, I am going to enjoy this. I am going to enjoy this. But let me see. I'm gonna put this to the side because I said that I was gonna show you how you can do some crackers. Real quick. So let me get all of this out the way. Hold on. I'm gonna make this snappy. So wipe up this mess first. All of this up. Move this over here. Oh, that fennel tastes so good. I really enjoy that flavor. So I'm gonna put this to the side, but it's good to clean your juicer right after you juice. Right now, I'm not gonna do that because I need to get my processor, my food processor over here. So I want to show you, because I want to show you the crackers, and if I take time to clean it, then I'm gonna have to stop this video. So I'm not gonna take any time cleaning anything right now. I'll do that after I get finished. Let's get the food processor unplugged because I got it over here on the other side. My food processor is broken. I broke it some kind of way. I broke it. When I first got it, I dropped it. I don't know what I did to it, but I can't let it run. It won't run unless I'm holding on to it now because I did something to it. Okay, so I have my S blade. This is the S blade. See how it's shaped? You want to have something like that inside of the processor. Oh, that's so good. So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead. Now I don't actually have a recipe. So we're just gonna go off of it and now see how they taste. Hopefully y'all like them. Right? Hopefully. You know what? I am going to have to get this off because I want to get all of what's in here out. So let's see. What do I have? I got a little bit left in here. Let's get all of that out. All of that out. Okay, so it's falling out in my hand actually. Okay. Got that. Let's see. All of this off. I'm flickering stuff all over the place. But I'm going to say this is probably about 2 to 2.5. It's about 2 1/4, 2 1/4, maybe, of pulp. So, therefore, you know what? I don't have time to do all of this. So, let me stay focused, Miko. Stay focused. Because I get carried away. Stay focused. Okay, so we got our vegetables. We gonna throw in some onion. We gonna throw in some garlic. So let me get my stuff here. Because I wasn't really prepared for this one, but I'm gonna grab it real quick. I'm gonna move as fast as I possibly can. That over. I'll show you how much of an onion I'm putting in. I noticed that I don't like too much of an onion inside of like, you know, crackers and burgers and stuff like, because the thing about dehydrating, you know, when you're doing something raw or living food, you want to keep it to where, and I'm talking about how it's prepared. You want to keep it to where it's not being affected by heat. So that's going to be over, some people say, I've heard under 120, I've heard under 117, I've heard 118. So I have, for this one, I'm going to do a small piece of onion, which will be this. This is all I have of the onion. Okay. Garlic. Dropping that in. We're going to add some coconut aminos. I have a Bragg's seasoning. I don't know if you can see it. It's a 21 seasoning blend. I got this, so I'm going to sprinkle some in there, and then I'm going to start adding my seeds, because the seeds are what actually makes the crackers crispy. So that's what's going to actually make it into a cracker, the seeds. So I have some flax seeds. Let me find my chia seeds. I got some chia seeds in here. Oh, a little cumin, actually. Okay, so these are just leftover flax seeds that I just realized that I had last night. So this is probably, these have already been activated. So an activated seed is something that has been soaked. It's been soaked, right? And they're kind of stuck together because when flax seeds get wet, they gel and they kind of stick together. So I'm gonna say that this may be 1/8 to 1/4 of a cup. Throw that in. So activated seeds are seeds that have been soaked and dehydrated. This is cumin, so I'm just adding this in for taste. These are cumin seeds. Just a little bit, not too much of that. And then I need to find my chia seeds. Got some chia seeds somewhere in here. Yep. Here go my chia seeds. And again, I'm doing about this much of chia seeds. Okay, not too, well, maybe a little bit more. Okay, got my chia seeds, my flax seeds. Now, the bigger seed is going to be, what do I have over here? I got to see what I have. See, it's either going to be pumpkin or sunflower, depending on what I have over here. Oh, I got pumpkins. So, pumpkin it is. Oh, I have, oh yeah, I just got pumpkin. So we're gonna do, I might even add in a little nutritional yeast, I don't know. So we're gonna do, now for this one I will measure, because I want to make sure I get a full cup full. And that's kind of how I guide it. This could actually end up being a bread too. So I may use it as a bread or crackers. And I'll probably actually use it as a bread. Come to think of it, because I don't usually, and I might even add in a tomato. I don't usually eat crackers. I'm not a cracker person, but I do like my raw breads. So here we go. This is a cup full of pumpkin seeds. These have already been activated and everything too. So I may add a tomato to this. I'm gonna add a little bit more seeds. One cup and 1 1/8 of a cup is what that is. Okay, so We got that. It's already, you know, some people add in dates and stuff like that. Now, remember, we had 3 pairs. So this is actually already sweet. This is already sweet. So maybe I won't even add in the tomato. I think I'm going to just run it like this. But one more thing I do want to add in is I want to add in just a spoonful. This is some flaxseed meal. This is something I already had. So it's not, I don't think it's activated, but I'm going to add that in because it helps to pull everything together. So just 1 spoonful. And I want to throw in my coconut aminos, and then that's it. That's it. And we're just doing that for flavor. Coconut aminos. We're just doing that for flavor. So these are some Bragg's coconut aminos. Some people may use tamari and stuff like that. I don't like tamari. It makes my stomach hurt. I used to eat it. I still have some, but yeah, so that was probably about 1.5 teaspoons. So let's see what's going to happen with this. The thing about processors is midway through, you got to kind of get things mashed all down. So hang out with me. Don't go nowhere because I want to show you how to put it on the dehydrator. We getting there. We are getting there. This is a little drier. I have never done this, so I am really curious. I'm curious about, you know, maybe I'll do a lemon squeeze for the bitter. And then that'll give it a little bit of juice because it don't seem like it's spinning all that well. So I'm going to slice up a lemon and give it a little squeeze in there and okay, so let's see. Let's do a lemon squeeze. Then that may give us a little bit more juice so that it can spin because it's not spinning that well. And then this will also help with the bitter flavor of the greens. That way we won't have any bitter bread. Okay, there we go. I'm going to add a tomato in because it's not spinning, and that's the best thing you can do for getting this hydrated is all else fails, add in a tomato because this juicy tomato is going to give it some juice. I'm just going to add that in. That was something that I had last night. I made a soup, a raw vegan soup, or raw living food soup. And that was left over. Oh, this thing. Come on. It's not wanting to move. I have never done these before, so bear with me. We're going to get through it. We are going to get through this because I want to see how it's going to turn out anyways. I got tomatoes at the bottom now, so let's see if they'll mix. It was moving. You know what? Maybe I'm just gonna have to add in a little water because it's really not wanting to move. And I gotta get this thing moving. I don't have all day to be doing this. So that's a couple of tablespoons of water that I just added in. Let's see. It just wanted some hydration, that's all. Those tomatoes in, they are not for some reason this processor is not catching them, but it is getting to the desired texture, so I'm happy about that. I might add in some more brag since I added in that water. I just kind of feel like it may dilute the brags, but I need these tomatoes to get incorporated. I want to cheat and taste some. It actually don't taste bad. I can go for this for some bread. I love my raw bread because sometimes, actually, I may even make it into a pizza crust. You can do pizza crust, you can do bread, or crackers. And I'll tell you the difference. All right, this is perfect. This is perfect. So like I said, I had never done these before, so I wasn't aware that I was going to have to add in a little water, but I've seen people do it and they didn't have to do that. But you know, maybe they had a better machine than me, so, and that's okay. Okay, so here we go. This is a dehydrator sheet, and I have, this is called a Teflex sheet that I have. And actually, I'm gonna show you. Let me get one of my sheets that have this thing under it. Actually, I'm gonna change my tray because there's something that I'm gonna do in between, and I'll show you in a second. Okay, so I have my this is the same text flex sheet. And then this is a mesh sheet underneath. So I'm going to start off with this, and then I'm going to actually flip it, and at the end it'll end up being on the sheet underneath, because I want that air to come through. So let's see, move that back there, take this off of here, try to get this out the way so that you guys can see what I'm doing here. And I don't want to put that on top. Try to put that over here. Put that right there for a second. Let's move this over here. That back. I am finished with my juice, and it was delicious. Okay, now what do I need? Real quick, it's almost time for me to go. I got to go to work. I'm always going to work. I'm always going to work. It seems like that's all I do in my life. And when I get off of work, I'm honestly not even thinking about doing stuff like this. This is the best time of the day for me to do something like this. So this is our, I'm going to make this actually into probably a personal pizza, and I'm going to do it as a bread. So I'm going to show you a couple of ways to do this. So for my little personal pizza, I have an offset spatula, but for that I don't really need that for this. So for my personal pizza, I'm really just going to form this into the shape. Maybe I'll do 2 of them in a personal pizza, because I really do like pizzas. I like my pizzas. So I was going to tell you what the difference is with let me do a spoon. Where's that spoon? Oh. The difference is with the crackers and the bread. So the crackers, you just run them longer until they get crunchy. And sometimes people may add more chia seeds or flax seeds because it makes them crunchier. That's really what the difference is. The bread is not dehydrated as long as the crackers are. I'm not a big cracker person in the first place, so I'm not really worried about the crackers so much. I'm just gonna do pizza crust. And maybe I'll actually have this for dinner, and when I get home we can do another video on how I did the crust, how I did my pizza, you know, because I want you guys to be prepared. I've been playing around doing stuff for a long time, and if you have, share your ideas. I mean, we all know how to cook. If you can cook, you know how you like your food to taste, then you can do that with this living food too. You can. And I like it better because it don't make my stomach hurt. You know, I'm not feeling heavy and bloated and this, that, and the other after I eat. Okay, so we have one beautiful green. Oh, come on. Sorry, my phone. So we have one beautiful green crust. Here we go. Okay. And I'm going to stop here because my phone needs to be charged. But you can take this same mixture, your mixture, and you can make it as thick or as flat as you want it. But the thing to keep in mind is that they shrink in the dehydrator. So as time goes on, because the dehydrator is pulling moisture out. So it's going to shrink up. It's going to shrink up a little bit. But this is it. It's going to get darker. It won't be as vibrant and green, but this is still it. And I'm still able to get in some vegetables, you know. And this is a good way because the dehydrator don't kill the enzymes. But it will pull out the moisture. So, you know, it's not good to eat a lot of dehydrated foods, but from time to time it's okay. And so what I want to do when I do eat this is I'm going to put some hydrating foods on top, like some tomatoes and, you know, maybe cucumber or something like that, but something that's going to rehydrate, you know. And of course you want to make sure you drink a fresh juice or some water before. But anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. Have a very lovely day today. And I'm going to let you go because I have to get out of here in 10 minutes, okay?